You make sure we go live real quick.
See that ceiling
Got
of his
the
car.
inside of the whip.
Right.
Huh?
No,
Yeah.
you good. You good. You good. All right, yeah, we live. All right, bet. Yo, what's good, peoples? What's good, peoples? You know what I mean? Hold up. Let's get this joint popping real quick. You know what I mean? Shout out to a great season three. Um, it's crazy, yo. We already through 3 seasons. It's been how many months? Like what? 3, 4 months?
Well, since September.
Yeah.
That's about average, right? Yeah, man. But yeah, salute to a great season, man. So we just advanced the league, so you can go out check out all the winners. I think we're going to have the commission himself go through who won all the different categories. Um, First off, congrats to everybody that did make the playoffs. Uh, I ain't tooting no horns out here, but Mama, we made it. All right.
Mama, we made it.
You know what I mean? So it's been a long time coming. Been a long time coming, but we in there. Uh, yeah. So I don't know. You want to take it away, Mish?
Yeah, real quick. We can go through the awards. I mean, we've been kind of underscoring it a little bit in the previous podcast, and who's kind of been spotlighted, who's been having a good season. And to nobody's surprise, Dante Fowler won MVP. Coach of the year went to KT for going 16-0. Browns came in second as well, going up D Nice. He came in second with also 16-0. So we got 2 undefeated teams, and one in each conference, obviously. So that goes for the NFL awards. Moving over to the AFC, to nobody's surprise, Dorrell Cole, quarterback for the Jags, he won Offensive Player of the Year. Rashad Bass came in second to him in the AFC. Defensive Player of the Year went to Emmanuel Ogbah. Bit of a surprise here because Shane Rain had been leading that category for about 8 or 9 weeks. But Emmanuel Ogbah seemed to eke it out in the last game. Offensive Rookie of the Year, again, with the Dorrell Cole. To no surprise, he won Offensive Player of the Year, so he also won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year went to unsung hero in my mind because nobody talked about this guy going into the season. Jason Branch.
Jason Branch.
I
knew. I told you.
I knew you were gonna wild out. See, we'll put you on mute, bro. Right, chill. Can I go through my spiel real quick?
Don't mess with this man 4 for 4.
God damn.
Yo, I'm saying niggas be in line like they ain't never been to McDonald's before. Like, you niggas been here 1,000,000 times. Like, pull out.
And your menu ain't changed. I know. Can we focus though? We focus? All right. Okay.
Pull up, nigga. Shit. Punch one of the niggas in their face in the middle of the night. You understand? This is after 3 shots of Henny right now.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, go ahead. My fault, fam. My fault. I'm just ignorant. Don't mind.
I know. It's okay. My brother, though. My brother. All right, anyway. So, Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Jason Branch, defensive player from the Jags. With Latoya Middlebrook being out there as a high-round first-round pick, I thought it might have been him. But actually went to Jason Branch from the Jags. Best quarterback went to Lamar Jackson. Followed up by Dorrell Cole, and number 2. Best running back went to Le'Veon Bell. Run-up was Derrick Henry. To nobody's surprise, Rashad Bass won wide receiver of the year. He probably had a double the amount of yards than the second man behind him and receiving and touchdown. Best O-lineman with the Benetoni for the Browns. Best D-line with the Yannick Ngakoue. Best linebacker with the Shane Ray. Best DB with the Earl Thomas with 10,000 picks in one season. And best kicker with the Dallas Lambo.
We'll leave that alone. Go ahead.
All right, so moving up to NFC. Todd Gurley back from injury and having a good season. He won Offensive Player of the Year, followed by Ezekiel Elliott coming in number 2. Defensive Player of the Year, to nobody's surprise, went to Dante Fowler. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Edwin Mann, running back from the 49ers. A little bit of surprise there because KT's been known for being a passer, but he actually started running the ball a little bit this year and got his rookie an award and won Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to DeAndre Patton, defensive player from the Redskins. A little bit of an underrated win there as well because nobody talked about that guy either. He kind of snuck in at the last minute and won that award. Best quarterback went to Aaron Rodgers. Best running back went to Todd Gurley. Best wide receiver went to Devontae Adams. Best O-line went to Zach Martin. Best D-line again went to Dante Fowler. No surprise there. Follow up by the Russian sensation from the Carolina Panthers. Best linebacker went to Khalil Mack. Best DB went to Kyle Fuller. And best kicker was Will Lutz. So that'll round out the awards for this season. Of course, check your own rosters for any Pro Bowl awards because we won't see those until Pro Bowl week in the playoffs. But you can check your player screens to get your Pro Bowl votes. It's who made a Pro Bowl on your team.
Nice.
So that'll be it for the awards. So congrats to everybody that won awards, and then be some XP boost before the playoffs. I'm assuming, and we can get it popping.
Man, that Bears defense, man, came away with a couple.
It's looking like something to be reckoned with. I mean, because he got two defensive players in there, and he ended up sneaking into the second seed. I'm sure we're gonna get into that because I know D-Beth itching to talk about it because everybody counted Tayo out. There was no predictions outside of you, so I'm sure you glad to be able to catch that in as far as being right. Here you go.
Hey.
Here you go.
Hey, we called it, brother. We called it, brother.
Put the
Couldn't wait. Couldn't wait, bro.
You better cut that out for the wife coming with a two-piece, nigga. Turn that shit down. Turn that shit down, Darius. What the hell is wrong?
Darius coming with Darius, though.
My fault, family. Everybody know your damn name, nigga. You been in the chat forever. Everybody know your goddamn name.
You stupid, bro.
Man,
bro. Hey, man. But yeah, I mean, so salute all the division winners. I mean, salute the division winners. We got the Browns, of course, taking the AFC North, 16-0. Some say it's going to be a undefeated Super Bowl, man. That would be something to watch if it is the case. So something to keep your eyes out on. We got the AFC East champion, New England Patriots. Salute to Marquez. The Jacksonville Jaguars. You got something to say?
I mean, I said it though. I said it a few seasons ago though. You know what I mean? The man was balling. I mean, I remember. I took a little vacation this year, but like Marquez been that dude, man. Like he's been playing really well. You know what I mean? His defense been top of the line. You know what I'm saying? Brooks brothers Brooks. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
For all my people that know what that's about. But he's been playing really well. It's good to see him doing well. You know what I mean? He plays the game the right way, so yeah, salute to that brother, man. I mean, hit the
this guy. Hulu with the sound effects, bro. Dang.
Hey,
he's trying to keep it on the low too, though, right?
I know you're trying to stick it in there while you're talking. I hear you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you nigga done found some sound effects. Nigga done downloaded some shit. Like, I got something for this podcast. I'm in the playoffs. I'm going to make an extra spicy.
Hey, wait.
Chill with the spicy, yo. The spicy, yo. Spicy, yo. Well, I only like spicy at Popeyes, bro. Like,
you don't like spicy burritos, though, huh?
Oh, man.
Shit, I'm
you don't like spicy burritos, though. I see. I get it. I know where that was going.
Get that mild salsa, bro. That mild salsa. Y'all so
okay.
But though, man. All seriousness, though, he's been playing really well. You know what I mean? I think I played a couple of games this season against the AFCs. You know, like I ain't really played a lot, but you know what I mean? Like he's a good user. You know what I mean? He plays good defense. So shout out to Marquez. I mean, the division, like ain't really much. He's been kind of running away with this shit from day one. So You know, I don't know. Omar, the first season, I remember that Omar was doing well, but you know what I mean. So
I
hey,
wonder if you gonna get the same backlash I got for saying the exact same thing. But
I'm
Probably
just
not.
saying this shit.
probably
Probably
not,
not.
right?
Probably not.
I'm just saying this shit from day one, though, fam. It's not like it's been, you know what I mean. Marquez been playing good, closing out the last Madden.
Mm.
So, I mean, you know, men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Right.
Right.
And again, I didn't say that he doesn't have game. We were talking about running away with the division and having the record that he's been having. And my only thing was, he's getting 6 wins every year. Like,
Nigga,
you
it's the
know,
AFC East in real life, niggas. But mine is, you know what I mean? Like, it's the pack. Like, Omar got game. Omar just doesn't play defense. You know what I mean? So, you know, Ming, same thing. Like, they're an offensive division. Like, the whole division can light up the scoreboard if you let them. You know what I mean? But you can light up the scoreboard too. You know, and I think when Marquez comes in, he throws the wrinkle in the team. He throws the wrinkle in the division because he's one of the few teams that plays great defense.
yeah.
So, you know what I mean? That at the end of the day, pull up, nigga. Damn, it's like 6 cars. What you doing?
This guy.
This dude, trying to get that Big Mac, that McDouble out here.
Huh? Yeah, and they got the there we go. We doing good.
You got 2 for $5 out here.
Huh? There you go. See, I know you had it right, girl. You doing good, baby.
This dude, what I
Hey, you know you're on the internet, right?
right.
You know you're on the internet, right?
Good looking.
Oh
Okay,
my
okay,
god.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yo,
But
anyway,
yeah, man. So you know, moving on to the. I'm sorry, fellas. You know, I mean, come on,
No,
man.
you
You
good.
know,
I was just trying to get in my, salute to the brother. You know what I mean, 13
yeah,
and
he
3
said he's
record.
been doing well.
You can't scoff at that. That's
You
commendable.
can't. And then on top of that, like a couple seasons ago, he was shutting teams out. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
He's
So it's
still
not like
doing it.
he's still serving
He's
up
still
donuts.
I
doing it.
haven't
Like
paid
real
attention
talk,
too
he's
much
still
this
doing
season.
it.
I have my shit going on, but you know, I don't know. So I haven't really followed along. I'm just jumping on the podcast to talk my shit. You know, but I think he I mean, it was due time. You know, but all right, that's enough. That's
Number one
enough talk.
pass defense, number 3 rushing defense, number 2 scoring defense.
All right, nigga, move on.
I'm just,
We got it. We got it. We got it. He's good. He's good now.
That boy good.
I think
that
he
boy
beat
good.
this. That boy good. Good and terrible. I think he beat the Seahawks this season. So I'll move on,
Oh
nigga. Let's
boy.
go. But anybody beat the Seahawks. Niggas a revolving door of bullshit. Ever since the nigga took my dude, like, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't even Earl Thomas, I don't remember him getting cut. I think he did, you know, I don't know. But nah, I'm just joking, man. Good shit, Marquez, Taco Bell, whatever, you know, Wow.
Jesus.
This
guy.
Man. So we got the Raiders winning the West.
Right.
Yeah, straight.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, that's the AFC.
How the nigga hitting the nigga the fries with no bag? And he took it. Like nigga touching
Look,
nigga
no
fries.
more podcast for you at the happy hour, damn.
Yo, seriously.
My fault, fellas. My fault. I'm sorry.
I got the Henny popping right now.
Yes, double, triple shots. I had 3 of them shits. I'm doing good though.
You sound like an old man out here.
He do.
Three shots. Like, you wild off the 3 shots though.
Double shots though, so maybe you can count them as 6.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You know, whatever. Yeah. Anyway,
so so we got for the wild card in the AFC. We got the Steelers 12-14 in the wild card. Man, their running game has been lights out, man. I think picking up Derrick Henry was a problem. That might. I'm trying to look now. I mean, he's only got the 8th rushing ranked offense in the league, but he ain't playing like it. I mean, I saw the game against the Texans where the dude went off for, what was it, 210 plus, something like that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, I mean, the dude, he's running the rock and he's stopping the run. So, number 5 Russian defense.
I mean, he got some good players out there. I mean, he gave, them 2 drafts he had, definitely did him good as far as drafting players. So he's definitely made that team, much better, from a competing standpoint than it was when he got him. So yeah, I mean, definitely doing his thing, man. Can't say you're not.
True. And we got the Chiefs. If I had the horns, I let the horns go real quick. The Chiefs, they squeaked in, and it's with the 6th seed. They stumbled in. I mean, we went on a run at the end to get in there, but nonetheless, we hit.
Started from the bottom of your head, huh?
It is.
Uh-huh.
But that's the AFC. I don't know. Do we want to talk AFC first? Talk about these matchups because this playoffs. I don't know if we're gonna get another podcast by the time this is right now.
Man, dude be Metro booming like a mug, bro. Like that playoffs situation last year, bro. That was crazy. Like I've never seen nothing like that. Like I've never seen it move that damn fast. Like it's like dudes took a weekend off for doing everything. They told their girls they wasn't going nowhere. They told their wives and kids, I had to hold on. We gonna play this ASAP.
48 hours, huh? It wasn't even really a full 48.
It wasn't for real. If you want to be technical, but yeah. So,
yo, I think Bev said it best though, fam. The league is getting older.
Mm-hmm.
I peeped in the chat the other day. Like Bev said that the league is getting older. People got more responsibilities and shit. The league is not as young as it used to be. So, players move through them shits. So, niggas ain't shit to do. Welcome to the married life, nigga. You're a loser.
You're a loser.
You're
a loser.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm just playing. I'm a big fan of moving through it. When you got the top teams, and you got 16 teams making the dance. Like it's not that many games. You know what I mean? Get them shits out the way so we can move on.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, we in a similar situation because the last time it started early on the weekend. Starting early on the weekend this time too. So on Monday, who knows?
Right.
Where we might be at. So.
Right. You know what I mean? I think they're knocking shit out.
Yeah.
So we're looking at wild card weekend here. We got AFC. We'll start there. We got Patriots Chiefs. I think that's the what do you call it? The headliner, according to the chat. They want to see the podcast host who
TV. There ain't no if. This must see TV right here.
Listen, yo, I'm for it. I'm here. I'm here. But I just wanted to restate that I never said the dude was trash. All right, I only said we have to look at all the facts and as far as what his record is and where what was contributing to his success in the league. Never say he was trash though, so there was never any disrespect or shade.
So you're saying the division is.
See, you said the same thing. What are you saying? I'm saying what you said.
Oh, I'm saying them niggas is garbage. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess
I say the same thing.
Like, all due respect to all them niggas, they all cool as shit. But I'm just saying, like, you let the nigga run away with the division. Same thing with the NFC West. I get it. You know what I mean? They can talk shit fine with your record. I get it. You know what I mean? But when you put your analyst hat on, you got to look at it from a standpoint of, what was the second place team record last season? What was the second place team record the year before? Marquez is dominating the division. It's domination. Like them niggas know it. They know football. You know what I mean? I think Ming's just happy to get a game in. You know what I mean? Like that's his thing. He loves to play. But is it really? Are you really? I'm not saying he ain't trying to compete, but you know what I mean? Like
he's just very happy to be here.
He's very happy to be here. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So I mean, at the end of the day, Marquez take this shit serious, fam. He shows in his game. You know, and once you get Omar frustrated in offense, you know what I mean? There's no defense. So, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I think he's the best team in that division and by far.
Okay.
So, ain't no shout out to all them niggas, but at the end of the day, you're only as good as your last win, right? So, KT is dominating the West. So, he's the best team in the West. So, I can say that, you know what I mean? Like, niggas don't get in their feelings, nigga. Play better.
Yeah, so I mean, if we're gonna do our picks here, I mean, so Pats Chiefs. I'm not a factor in this pick. I'm gonna recuse myself.
You gonna recuse yourself?
Recuse myself.
Yo, Bab, what was your record this season?
9-7. I'm gonna say 9-5 with the asterisk.
How many picks did you? How many picks
Get
did your
out of here!
quarterback?
How many picks? It wasn't as many as last year.
Okay,
That's all he can say.
Yeah, that's all I can say.
so the game is in New England, right?
The game is in Foxborough.
I'm gonna have to go with New England. The game won't cheap for New England anyway. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's gonna frustrate you, bro. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I haven't watched this season, so I don't know where you're at, what your offense looks like, what your defense looks like. You usually play pretty good defense, or you play. You know what I mean? I don't know about playing good defense, but Marquez has both on both sides of the ball. He's going to chew clock in a way that the game is slowed down. Like all of the scores, again, when I peep in the chat and just see scores, I don't think I've seen them score. I mean, they're pretty low scoring games. So if he lets you get ahead, I think it could be dangerous because I think you're an offensive team. You know what I mean? But I think Marquez plays really good defense, and
I think.
I mean,
if I had
playoff
to,
football, winner go home, right?
Yeah, if I had to analyze it, I say this: like I don't have Jordan Howard. I do get Ridley back, but I think the difference maker is going to be not having Howard because I'm not going to be able to. I mean, I'm not. I got backs back there, but they not Howard, and so I think it's going to come down to. I think really the game with Ming kind of opened my eyes to it, like because they both play that same sort of like meticulous type of offense. Well, actually, I saw something different from Ming that game. That wasn't his game, but I feel like Marquez plays that same style of offense, like you said. If I can get ahead and force him to have to pass the ball, then I think we got a chance. But if I'm behind, and it's even in the second quarter, if it's a touchdown and he can methodically like just keep milking and putting the pressure on me to have to throw it and make plays, and then probably throwing turnovers, and yeah, that's probably what's going to end up happening. So it's definitely, if I got to score first, and get ahead early, I think it's going to be the game plan.
That's a very honest assessment from you, dude. I wasn't expecting you to say all that. That's a very honest assessment.
Yeah,
I agree. That's big facts.
That's an honest assessment. I would definitely say that because you hit on a lot of key points in that particular regard. Because like you said, if you get behind or you can, it really boils down to who can make the other person play their game. That's what it's going to boil down to. If you can dictate the pace and get stops on defense early and move the ball, even if you just get field goals, you put the pressure on him to have the score, and he don't want to. He's never been a big play guy. Like he can't get the score back even in one play. Five. Come on, bro. The wrestler of the man. Come on. We can hear you. We can hear everything you're doing. You wrestling the paper and shit. Everything, bro. Everything. If you eating, you.
Oh, my fault. This shit right now, fam.
I'm hungry because you been drinking, nigga. I know the deal is.
Yeah, my fault though, man. I didn't realize you could hear. I mean, damn, word.
Yes, all of it.
Shout out to Pioneer tape decks. Them shits is official.
Exactly. But anyway, like I was saying, it really big who can dictate the pace. Like I said, he's not a big play guy, so he's not gonna be able to get. He don't like to be able, or typically be able to get plays back in chunks. He want to move the ball, first down, red zone. That's what he want to do. So if you can dictate the pace, and the weather don't play a factor because it is Foxborough, it's probably cold, it may be raining, hell, it may be snowing. So that all depends on what the weather is, what the wind is, where you can be able to throw the ball. When it's the winter time, the wind could be whipping. The ball's shit gonna sail left and right. You understand why? So it really just boils down to who can dictate the pace. That's going to be who can come out, on top. And, and cut down on turnovers. I mean, he don't turn the ball over well. He forces turnovers, but he don't turn the ball over much. So, you gotta match that level. And if you match that level, you got a shot.
Right. We'll see. It's going to be a good one, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually excited to play it, like as if I was watching it.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely the game. Listen, no matter who playing wild card, this is the game of the week. Like,
until you throw two picks, nigga, then you ain't gonna be excited.
Right.
This
Right.
dude, man. Oh, bro.
I mean, you got the two guns
man,
now.
I
He
think-
got really and Juju now, so he, hopefully they won't put the ball on the turf and he'll be all right.
Yeah. He's gonna be all right.
I think it'll be a low scoring game. I don't think by nature you're built for the low scoring games, Bev. But I think
That's a good assessment. I think most of my wins have been by large margins.
blowouts.
Mm-hmm.
Blowouts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They've been. I peeped on the score the other day. It was like 41-6 or some weird score. You know what I mean? If they let offense, it's curtains. You play a different game. But once you get frustrated and the running game stops, in a little inside zone, and you know what I mean? And
Chill with the scouting report. Chill with the scouting report.
It's the same for him.
This dude calling plays out.
No, I'm just saying.
All your info out.
Because you sprinkle in the run, Bev. You're a passer by nature, fam. You can't, nigga. You can't change your ethic. You feel me? You know what I mean? So, but you're a passer by nature. So when you sprinkle in your run, if the run game gets shut down, I think if it's the same thing. If it forces you to pass and you're the one that has to really, on a pass to get ahead, I think it's going to be dangerous for you. But if he allows you to score early and you feel confident in your offense during that game, it could be curtains for Marquez. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I think he plays really good defense.
Now this is $1 million. Pun intended. This is $1 million question, right? Now, who gonna be more of a person to? Let me say it next way. Who gonna be more of an issue to deal with based upon who wins? Because if D-Bev wins, we're not gonna hit the end of this.
Nah, come on, yo.
But if Marquez wins, then you got him and the NWO ranting and raving about we told you trash and all that slander you been throwing at.
Right.
That's easy.
The Hulk
That's
Hogan
easy. Marquez doesn't say much. Win or loss, Marquez never heard Marquez get in the chat and brag about his game. I never heard Ben get in the chat and brag about his game either.
I wouldn't.
You know what I mean? But you are more vocal naturally. You do feel good, so you're supposed to get for 2 or 3 or 4 or 10. You know what I mean? So like nigga, you naturally get bet. Like Marquez just kind of goes about his business, and not saying that you don't, Bev, but I mean, come on, you're a little more familiar. Marquez just gets in there and likes all D Nice's posts.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh, shots. I'm back shooting.
Talk my shit. No, that's my nigga. All them niggas my nigga. All y'all my niggas, fam. But I'm just telling you what I see on offense and on defense. I think Marquez. I think Bev puts players. Dev has a nice defensive players, but I think Marquez plays really good defense, especially when he took Earl Thomas from the Seahawks. Nigga, that was from sightsee shit.
You still salty about that? We not gonna let that go. We know.
No, we ain't letting the fact that I'm the Seahawks period go. First of all,
let's not go there today. All right, let's not do that. But yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. Like I said, it just boils down to who dictates the pace, man. That's really all it boils down to. But like I said, it's gonna be interesting because I almost want to call it fake humble. Like Marquez probably be to himself, be probably be dancing and. Doing the
burrito parties and all that
Macarena,
burrito
parties. Doing the Macarena, all that shit.
In February, you know what I mean? Nigga be doing all this thing.
Breaking pinatas and shit, but
but he getting there like you played a great game. You know
right.
Like a good game, man. I love you. Hey, you're a great guy.
You're an MNFL legend. I just try to hold on.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Nigga post a gift for the GOAT.
Right. All that. All that.
You'll get them next time. Like, nigga, don't fucking PM me after I lost.
Patronize me.
Patronize me. Good game and let's move on.
Right.
But bad. Everybody become friendly when they win, don't they? Though, fam. You know what I mean? You niggas win the game.
Yeah, they best friends.
Hey, man, you have a great offense, but
especially if they didn't think they was gonna beat you. If they didn't think they was gonna beat you, then they really be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, nigga send you a PM trying to console you and shit. Man, get the fuck out of my PM with that shit. Like,
you trying to put the hat on the shoulder, like, yeah, it'll be all right.
I remember last season, right? I lost to Kevin and shit. Kevin sent me like, Kevin was like, man, listen, He used to have a bad game, but I'm not gonna pick the Giants next year.
That's Kevin
You know
though.
what I
That's
mean?
Kevin
Like,
though.
nigga, I appreciate your fucking generosity, motherfucker. Get the fuck out my PM with your dumb shit. You know what I mean? Your horse shit. Nah, you know what I mean? Nah, shout out to all my peoples, man. You know me. Talk.
Oh man,
But
but
you know, don't after you civil. I'm fucking better than you. Fuck you.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, fellas. I'm sorry. Hey, it's been a while. I miss you niggas, man. What's going on, fellas?
Hey man. We back. We back in effect, man. We good. We good out here.
We back in effect. We like Voltron, nigga. I might be like the middle section.
The middle section.
All right, so what's the scores? What we got for that game?
Like, I reminded me not to put 5 on this podcast.
Right.
I'm going 23 to 18 Chiefs.
I'm a 23-20 Pats.
Okay.
I go 16-10 Pats.
Okay.
Okay. Hey. Cool. So we got the second game in the AFC, man. We got
that nigga hot like fish grease. You see his face? He like,
I know he's tight. It's okay. He's tight.
I ain't tight. No, yo, listen, yo. I'm going in this game. I'm just happy to be here. All right, look,
I ain't mad at that. That boy good. Yeah. What's the next game on the docket?
We got the Raiders and Steelers. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. This is going to be a running game. Like, yo, who's the first person to 200 wins, like 200 yards. Like, it's going to be crazy.
Well, first of all, I've never given up 200 rushing yards in my life.
Yeah. So, never say never.
You're right. I do say that. I do say that a lot. But listen, the odds say that MDC don't give up no 200 yards on the ground. He barely gives up 50. So I mean, you know.
That's that's a Fendi fact. That's true. That's true.
That's facts. That ain't hype. That's facts.
That's a Fendi fact. That
12th ranked Russian defense in Oakland.
That's low for him. That's probably the lowest I've seen him. He's usually in the top 5.
Right. Yeah, well, that's a couple of CPU games and a couple of force wins involved in that.
Okay.
That's only
inflating numbers. I got you.
Yeah, so computer just do what the hell they want to do. No matter what you do in the real game, computer do what the fuck you want to do. So you get a force win, then the motherfucker might run for 150. Knowing well, you will give up 150 in the real game.
Right.
But what?
Forgot you in Reggie division. Reggie worked like he got like a 3-hour window. It's like at 2 in the morning.
At 2 in the morning. 3-hour window at 2 in the morning.
From 2 to 5 a.m. Then I got a fucking parade to go to. This nigga got more parades than anybody ever met in my life.
Bro, this dude, yo.
Wow,
together,
but real talk though, he actually was able to get all his games in this year.
Yeah,
he missed the game this year. I'm surprised.
Oh, then next year gonna be shit.
Nigga. Oh, exactly. Oh, look, this 2 4 wins for me. Thanks. Because I ain't fucking around with you, dog. I ain't waiting until 4 a.m. to play you. I'm not doing it.
Yo, hit me with we up next. What time you free in the morning? Like that. Yeah. What time you free in the morning?
See, he know you work from home, man. So he be like, I know I can play band, but man, home already.
But dang,
we good.
Once you play the nigga one time during the day, it's a rental.
Right.
They're gonna be trying to. He was available last 3 seasons ago at 12.
Right.
It was a holiday.
It was cold that night.
It was cold that
night.
Reggie, my nigga though. Shout out to Reggie. What was Reggie's record this season?
Under 500.
Yeah,
nigga made 17 trades. Every time I go in the chat, the nigga making a trade.
Of course, that's what he do. Still looking to make trades. No, he was 6-10 actually. He lost that last game.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and give y'all predictions for the game or whatever.
What game is this? This is the Raiders versus the who?
Steelers.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to go with the.
So
I'm gonna have to go with the Raiders on this one, man. I think MDC, you know what I mean, could that covered 4 out of 3-4, bro. That shit is deadly.
Hashtag baseline.
This guy.
That's that base.
Baseline
I think it's
guard,
baseline
yo.
master.
Baseline
Really?
guard.
That's what we
You're
doing?
basic-
Yo, it's nothing. It's hot. Like it's out there. Yo, you are the baseline guard. You got everybody else on the baseline.
Base,
That-
little B, the base guard. Is that what y'all call it?
Base guard. There it is. The base guard.
That defense, you don't know what the nigga doing. The nigga be doing
Right.
cover four, be all
Yo,
out blitz. It just be
Swear.
everybody look the same. Every time they line up, they look at you like, "What you about
Right.
to do? I'm about to do whatever I'm gonna do."
Like I swear,
You know
I
what I
take
mean?
like 10 seconds trying to figure out. Like, all right, he's standing weird this way. Like, so he got to be a cover four. Like, nah.
Yeah,
It's weird.
like that's what it is. I think it's
It's
just
all
the defense. He gonna make
motherfuckers. Y'all want to be funny.
he gonna make pivotal plays. D-Bab gonna make pivotal plays. The what's the thing? The fucking Steelers got a good offense, man. I don't really. I played them a couple seasons ago. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. I just know. I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna give it to MDC on this one. And I have to give the score. It's gonna be like 28 to I say 24.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go 30 to 20 Raiders.
Is
20 Raiders.
is Le'Veon still in Oakland?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I definitely got that one. But we'll see.
It's gonna be a tough game.
This is his first playoffs because the last 2 seasons he's been hurt. He got hurt in the last game of the season, last 2 seasons. So it's the first time he's not been hurt for the playoffs. So he should be ready. He should be fresh.
Yeah, he should
The
be fresh.
Browns predicting the Steelers W.
Are they ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, to be honest with you, Spassky's one of those guys that you really don't know. Like, he used to stream a lot and like he stopped, so you don't really get to see, a lot of his, play. And I didn't play him this season. I played him last season, like early on when he first got in the league. Like, so, his team is different. His players are different. His quarterback is even different. So, I mean, that's going to cause you to play a whole different style of ball. So I can't even use that mental tape I might have had on that game for this game. I mean, looking at the stats, I mean, you would like to say him having Derrick Henry, he has a propensity to run the ball, but who's to say? I mean, he might come out with something different. He might try to throw the ball because I mean, he still got Sammy Watkins. So I mean, it'll probably be a situation where the first couple of drives will be like, we're both testing each other to see what the other person was trying to do. And then, it'll be, and then you have to take it from there. It's one of those games where you really don't have film on somebody because you don't play them a lot. In a real league standpoint, like, your NFC team, the AFC team don't play each other every 4 years. They really don't know what they do,
Right. All right. So, what we got? Let's jump over to the NFC real quick. Let's take a look at those wild card games. So we got the Rams and the Cowboys first up on the docket, man. That's going to be a fun one.
That's going to be a boring game.
It's going to be boring as hell. But the way Gurley been running that rock,
but yeah, Joe got like 7 superstar running backs right now. I mean, I played the nigga a couple. Nigga, what's the Zeke Elliott got hurt? He got David Johnson coming in. Then he got like Barry Sanders on the backfield. Like, nigga got fucking Earl Thomas. Earl Campbell as his coach.
Barry Sanders. So I mean, like Zeke is number 3 in rushing, and in rushing touchdowns. And of course, Todd Gurley, 1,900 rushing yards, 318 touches. Name a season when a running back touched the rock 318 times. 318? 22 TDs.
And 6 yards of carry. So, I mean, like he's not getting production.
Right.
He's definitely getting production out of him.
Right. So that's gonna be a fast game. It's good. They're gonna run the rock. I don't think nobody gonna put the ball in the air. You might see like Goff, or he don't even have Goff, do he? Whoever the quarterback is in LA with 5 attempts, 3 completions, one of those type games. So
Yeah. Vince got that shit down on science, man. That running game.
Mm.
Definitely has that. You know what I mean? Like, and Joe, same thing, man. Joe gonna just run the same shit, and it's gonna just eventually you're gonna think he's gonna change up, and he's not, and it's just gonna be, you know what I mean?
So who you got winning?
Where's the game at in Dallas?
Yep.
It's in Dallas.
I got the Rams winning that game.
Really?
Yeah, I got the Rams winning that game by a score of
10-3.
21-17.
21-17. Okay.
You know what I mean? I think if Joe plays that D tackle spot on the line with Aaron Donald and Lawrence Taylor, you know what I mean? Like, I think that, Vince runs a lot of outside plays. And then if he doesn't run the outside play, it's going to be a play action, stop the play action, and throw across the middle. So
that's scouting reports.
Everybody, bro.
Right,
There's everybody, fam. Don't take it personal. You know what I mean? But Joe, same thing. Joe gonna run the power, and then Joe gonna fake the power and run the play action where the tight end cuts out. You know, you gotta shut that shit down. Yeah. But that's only gonna be twice a game on both sides. You know what I mean? So 3 times for both teams.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
One runs deep cross over the middle, one run deep cross to the corner. Huh?
Yeah. Right. Joe will throw the ball. I mean, they both gonna throw the ball deep. But like I said, man, just make sure you watch that game on the way to bed. If you're a fan of a running game, then that's the game for you. But if you know what I mean, like they build their team the way you got no choice but to respect the way they play. You know what I mean? They both been consistently boring.
Oh man!
Don't even get a receiver. Like you could save yourself a lot of cap space. Don't even get a receiver. Just get niggas linemen and running backs. You know what I mean? Just put random niggas out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? But no, it's going to be. I think the Rams could win that game. Didn't they play this season? They had to because I played Joe. So what was the season? What was the record?
Good question. I didn't realize that. Good question. Let me see. Let's see.
Either way, if Vince complain, all you gotta do is look in your PM.
You stupid.
Oh man,
I'll tell you.
The Rams won the game 23-17.
What I say?
Yeah. But the game was also in LA though. At that particular time.
Yeah. So I give 21-17. I said 21-17.
Right.
2-point difference.
No, this is a crazy thing. Jared Goff was 5 of 11 for 68 yards. Todd Gurley 23 carries, 183 yards, 3 TDs.
Crazy.
Dak Prescott though was 12 of 21. Joe threw the ball 21 times.
Oh wow!
But he threw 2 touchdowns, but he also threw 3 picks. So that was the difference of the game right there.
Oh, that's great. If you ever get a pick off Joe, Joe don't throw a lot of picks because he don't throw a lot of passes.
Right. No.
You know what I mean? So hey, I got the Browns. I got the wherever.
It's a habit.
Yeah. Ingrained. We understand.
Yeah, I got the Rams. Rams winning that game 21-17.
Okay. That's a tough one to call. I mean, it's one of those things where home field advantage I think matters. It's hard to ignore the fact that Joe has a 96 overall team, and I want to say that at the time that they played, I don't think Joe had Luke Kuechly.
I was going to say that was going to be my difference, Ricky.
Joe got Luke Kuechly, fam.
Yes. Joe traded him to Dallas. He's made a deal with the devil. Is his words? He's on the podcast last week. Deal with the devil.
Jokey, fam. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, so I would agree with that, Bill. I think that's going to be the difference maker because again, it's so similar to the game cheats for certain players, and he had 99 overall. So if he can limit that those big games from Gurley, and make him do something different, it's going to be a different ball game, man. It's in Dallas, like I said, it's on turf. The game's going to be fast, So I think Dallas takes it in a close game.
No, he got Odell. I did not know he had Odell.
Yeah. Well, 96 overall team. You think he has everybody, dude? Everybody. He has everybody. He has AB and Odell.
Peterson, AB, Odell. bro. He shouldn't leave, yeah. He shouldn't leave, yeah.
Hey man,
I
listen.
mean, but that's why I'm picking him for this game. I just think I do think Kuechly is the X factor to stop the run enough for him to get ahead and force Vince out of pocket. You know,
I just scrolled up in the chat. Yes, nigga, that's a computer game. 51-3. I'm gonna check the stack cap on that one.
oh boy,
Here we go.
there we go.
Yeah, man, because Joe got Leighton Vander Esch up to 91,
Jesus.
and he got Luke Kuechly. So you got 2 out of 3 linebackers that are elite.
Yo,
So-
trade me Leighton, yo. You can't afford them anyway, yo. Let me get that.
Cut it out. Cut it out. You don't need no linebackers either. You can
I
stack
do.
over there.
And my linebackers is not like that.
But who is though? Like you act like that's a normal thing. Everybody got linebackers but you. No, it's just Joe. Just Joe.
Just Joe. Yeah, man. I'm going 26-20 Dallas.
Okay.
6-point differential.
This dude has Eric Reed and Patrick Peterson both playing safety. Oh yeah. Okay. All right then. All right. Okay. Moving on. It's crazy. Like I said, that team. Madden gonna be Madden, but on paper, like you said, you should never lose.
What was your record this season?
12-4.
He's back. I told you niggas in the NFC East to get it together before the niggas start that bullshit.
Well, between the team he has and him starting to find his groove, yeah, it's a problem.
It's a problem. But just go ahead and crown that nigga for the rest of the year.
You want to crown him?
Crown her ass. Nigga slapped the podium hard as shit, didn't he?
He did though. He did agree with that day.
Yeah.
Have a heart attack.
Like, whoa. But yeah, man, I don't think Joe gonna pull this one out though. Pause. But I think that's geez, let nigga say pause. Nigga, I'm on the way. It's the next fucking word.
He just trying to look out for you, brother.
I'm right.
You're right. All right. But yeah, no, I think Vince gonna win that game. It's gonna be close. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe took it. Joe, like I said though, I'll make sure I miss that twitch.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's just not gonna be nothing that, you know what I mean? It's kind of what it is. It is what it is. Them boys run the ball. They run the rock well. You know what I mean? And it's nothing surprising. Like you just can't stop the shit.
Who's gonna do it better? Pause again.
Right. Right. That's a fact. And I just think the Rams would do it a little better. And surprisingly, I don't know. Joe got who's his offensive line? He got
Same.
They 1-2 in rushing attack. So Joe's offensive line. I'm just he's got 298s and then 199, yo. Like, come on, man.
And he's in somebody PM now for another lineman. I just don't realize it. Yeah, it's serious out there, bro. Like I said, you don't get a 96 overall team and I had no stars. So let's put that down on paper right now that he got the best team in the league.
I'm starting to change my pick though. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like this nigga, I've thought about it. Like I think that the fact that he traded Aaron Donald to Joe, I think that's gonna hurt him. Nigga shed blocks like the wugger.
Dude, he has Aaron Donald and Luke Kuechly on one team. Like, come on. Like, you got a dude that's holding the whole middle down. And you got to do the sideline in the secondary. I mean, that's rough. I mean, he lost to KT, but KT, he took it to the wire. That game was 10-3. So
yeah, no, it's good. I don't know, man. I think that's a push. I don't really know which one's gonna pull that one out, man. I don't know. I'm about to go with Joe, man. I don't know. I don't really know. I wouldn't be surprised either way. But
yeah, I'm gonna have to go bankroll on that one.
Crazy, man.
Yeah,
all right, so
the last matchup of the wild card. This ought to be interesting too.
It is Falcons Packers.
Yeah,
it's going to be an offensive game because neither one of them going to stop the other one. Tyreek and Adams is going to be fun to watch.
I think that Proto's going to stop him before he stops Proto.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I think that, you know what I mean? I'm going to have to go with the Falcons on that one. You know what I mean? I think that, Tunde throws the high pass in the red zone. You know what I mean? That that lob shit up.
Hey, yo, if you needed scouting reports, this is the place to be.
You know, I just think that Proto's a great. Proto can adjust well. Don't say not Tunde can't. Tune can't, but I just, you know, Tune is built. Tune is all offense, man. What was Aaron Rodgers quarterback of the year?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So, yeah, and I think that Proto plays better defense. We don't know Tunde to play defense. We have never mentioned Tunde in the same word as defense. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that he doesn't score, but it's just basic. You know what I mean? He's going to be a similar defense. He's going to run the cover three. He's going to blitz the corner every once in a while, you know, from that cover three. You know what I mean? I think Proto's going to adjust to that, you know, and then they're familiar with each other. They know each other's game. You know, I think Proto studies the shit, you know, in between reps. You know what I mean? So.
You stupid. I caught that. You stupid.
I will say,
working out for Indy this year. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna go with the Falcons on that one. It's gonna be I say 23-21.
It's interesting, yo, because remember this is the game. I think they played already this season, and so it was a big hype about it because I think Proto lost. But his whole thing was
like Proto won. I could be mistaken, but I think Proto won that game.
I thought he lost, and he was saying like, "Oh, it wasn't that important, so I wasn't playing."
Oh, you're right. I think I'm thinking about it last season, maybe.
Yeah.
He actually beat him pretty handily. Yeah,
So,
he beat him pretty handily.
I don't know. I mean, it's no excuses for this one. You got to put up or shut up. Right? I mean, so.
Well, I mean, let's talk about, because I know D-Bev itching to get out his opinion on this situation. But let's talk about how Tunde even got here. Because Tunde was leading the division all year until he came up against playing Tayo. Then he stopped, and then Tunde started to go down a little bit. Like, we basically kind of Tayo out. Like, he was going to get a wild card at best. Now he the 2 seed.
Called it, bro. He back, yo. He put Fortnite down for a little bit. I mean, and the God himself is back. Yeah, he's back. Yeah, the defense is playing spectacular. You know what I mean? And when his defense is gone,
real best defense.
Yo, they got to be the fastest defense in the league. So Roquan Smith, he got him up to a 99. Khalil Mack.
Oh yeah. It's a problem. It's a problem out there. Doors open, this guy, man. Come on.
Under your bowl.
Like a Thriller video. We got the fucking door squeaking and shit.
So Bears have the second ranked pass D, second ranked rush D, 6 overall scoring and yards. I don't know, man. This Bears team is just different, yo. It's different, yo. I might be getting ahead of myself with calling them playing, San Fran in the NFC Championship, but I mean that's what I think it's going to be. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, you might be getting ahead of yourself a little bit. A little bit.
I mean, because it definitely changed from the last time we talked. I didn't really have a chance unless he won both games, considering for the division. Now he's a 2 seed. So I mean, that was I mean, the switch in that game is, I want to say that game was in Atlanta, so he was concerned versus Proto having those fast guys, but yeah, it's a tough one to call, man, because I mean, who, they've seen each other once already this season, so that plays into it,
right? So
the question is who gonna get it done?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going Falcons here too. I played Proto this year. I haven't played Tunde this season. I think I played him only in year 1. I think 5 he must have dropped. He probably be back. Yeah, I think it is going to come down to who's going to stop who first. I think got to get that nod to Proto.
Okay.
It's going to be high scoring though. I think it's probably going to be like a 38 to 28 type game.
Okay. So. I mean, I like to believe Proto gonna be focused. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think he's going to be, trying to right the ship. Because he took some losses down the stretch. He just had the division so far ahead at 7-2. He might have took his foot off the gas a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But in regards to them playing each other, man, it's tough to call because I feel like they both have the propensity to be explosive if you let it get out of hand. Like if you don't stop what they're doing early and try to get them off their mark as far as what they want to do. Could get ugly. I mean, I think that's what happened with Proto when it came down to him playing them in the regular season. Like he just never stopped them early. So, Tunde was able to be comfortable and be confident and just, run his plays.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if I had to, gun in my head, if I had to pick, I'm probably going to say Tunde. Okay. Just from a confidence standpoint, like he beat him, and he knows what he likes to do. I mean, because I played Proto too, just like you did this season. We had to play the whole conference or the whole division.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you force Proto into turnovers, it could definitely, hurt his confidence. So,
yeah.
So I think that, Tunde pulls it out in a tight one, but I think it will be high scoring. I think it'll be like, in the upper, 28 to 35 point range,
Yeah. The one thing I will say, man, he got Tyreek, and I'm witnessing him firsthand. Mm-hmm. He's a one-play scorer, like in a blink of an eye. Like so, it's going to be that thing. If he does get down, you really can't count him out. Like I was nervous. Like I was a big.
I played him too, and I think that the biggest thing because it was in Atlanta, we was on turf, and I was like, this dude. But I mean, not to brag, but my corners aren't slow. So if it's a situation and if you got, good, speed at the stadium spot too, it will help you. And it's about field position too, because, once you get past a certain threshold, like you can't just throw deep and expect them to outrun him because you're going to run out of field.
Right.
So when you get to the 30, 40, 50-yard line, going toward their enemy territory, then, you chucking it's going to be a 50-50 ball because you're not going to outrun the corner. Because Tony he got young fast corners. He got the two kids they drafted. What's their names? Oh shit, it's escaping me right now.
Jair,
young boy, Jair Alexander, and what's the other boy's name? Josh Jackson.
Yeah,
right?
That sounds right.
Yeah, Josh Jackson. Yep. So yeah, I mean they both 90+ speed. So I mean, if you don't have to run with them 80 yards, and if you got safety help over the top,
that's true.
He's not going to burn you. That's the thing. And Tyreek's small, pause. He's a little guy.
Just the thing, like Tune don't run man. So he's not gonna that's the thing. Right. Tyreek's gonna get in the middle of them zones and
yeah, you're right. That's the difference. Yeah. But I mean, like I said, he should have you would think he could have did that the first game.
That's true.
And so
hey, free advice here, man.
Yeah, a little bit. Little tutorial, but
But I think if Tune did watch that Packers and Chiefs game, I'm not trying to use it. That's just one of the games because I don't watch a lot of his games, so I don't know if he has any other footage. But what we did, we just ran man, and we let out because similar. He has better corners than me too. So you let your corners just man up all game and just play the run, and you got a good chance. I mean, but he don't need my advice, man. The dude's beat him already, so
right.
Man. What's up?
Yeah, and another wrinkle to the game too. Tony run the ball now. Y'all fail to realize that. A couple of games he ran one because he ran the ball well. So he got Bo Scarborough and a couple of other guys out there running the ball. So he's not one dimensional as everybody thinks he is now. So
okay, I couldn't tell from the stat line 39.8 rushing yards a game.
Well, it came with the trade. Like he didn't get the running back until like mid-season.
Okay.
So it wasn't going to, that's a whole year worth of stats you're talking. So, that's the only difference. Had he had him all year, it might have been different. But yeah, he's running the ball a little bit now. So he's able to do that as well as, throw in sprinkling his timely passes. He'll be fine.
Okay. All right. So that's wild card weekend, man. Yo, Five, you back?
Oh yeah, I'm here, family.
You mighty quiet, yo. Just make sure you ain't pass out, bro.
Yeah.
You know how you got.
I got McDonald's and look at the system. He might be
Right,
done.
right.
Word, man. I'm feeling good though, but no, it's all good. I just don't see it, man. I think, like I said, I think Proto's a better adjuster at the game than Tunde is. I think Tunde is kind of
Oh,
one
I,
of
don't,
the.
I don't doubt that at all. It's just like I said, I'm just going off your last game. Last
Yeah,
game said,
yeah.
he beat it pretty handily. So
Okay. Well, I mean, I ain't gonna be surprised. It's not like Tunde's a lay down. I'm just saying, if I haven't known Tunde to run the ball, and you guys saying he's running the ball now, I'm just listening because I'm trying to
right.
catch up. You know what I mean? I ain't played all season,
I did.
so you know what I mean. But let's see Tunde run the ball. Okay. You know what I mean? That makes his offense even more dangerous than what it normally is when you just air it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So we'll see, man. It'll be a good wild card weekend. Where's the game at?
In Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Proto on this one, man.
Okay.
You know, who's the home field advantage for the NFC? KT and who?
San Fran and
Cleveland,
Chicago.
In Chicago. Dio back, huh? Okay. Yeah.
Act like you left some.
Yeah. You know, all the 4-night kids went back to school after the holiday, nigga.
Dang, yeah. That's a good point, though.
Yes, I'll play Madden.
That's a good point. But so we got wild cards done. Let's shift back over to the AFC real quick, man. So I mean, we're not gonna go to the divisional round and all that because we got different predictions. But I mean, let's call who we think gonna come out, you know, of each conference. Maybe even going down to the championships, and then you know who we got coming out on both sides, and then you know predicting Super Bowl here.
I mean, you can still, everybody can give their own prediction based upon who they pick for the wild card too.
That's true.
You know, so I mean, I think it was only a couple of games that we all were, picking the same person. So
yeah,
it won't be that hard, to decipher who's going to play who.
Okay.
I mean, based upon who I pick, I would say that, the Raiders and the Patriots advance. So the Raiders and the Patriots advance. The Raiders play the Browns and the Patriots play the Jags. So if I had to choose, from the Patriots and the Jags standpoint, I mean, they bought all four of those teams that played each other in the regular season. Mm-hmm. So they've seen each other already. So I mean, from the Raiders game, I think that it's whether I can stop the read option or not. That's basically what it boils down to. I think that was the difference in the game when we played in the regular season. Of course, weather will play a factor because it's in Cleveland and it's, late in the winter. But, weather aside, is whether who can stop the run game and who can, keep Lamar Jackson in the pocket. That's what it boils down to for that game. And I think the Jags will win the Patriots game because it will be in Jacksonville. And, I think, Kevin beat him pretty convincingly the last game.
What's Kevin's record?
14-2.
Who did he lose to?
Good question. Let's see.
I think the Browns and
I thought he beat. No, he didn't beat because he was 16-0. Yeah, he had to lose to the Browns. He lost to the Browns in one game, and the second game was somebody you kind of surprising. I think he lost to. Let's see. He lost to the Browns 34-27.
The Steelers.
Whoa. Yeah. 27-24. Yeah. Yeah, Dorial Cole threw 3 picks that game.
I think I wouldn't pick the Jags versus the Browns. I would give it to the Browns. The Jags got too much respect for the Browns team. It's almost to the word. It's almost, hearing Kevin talk about the Browns, it's more as a fan. I think he puts himself in a disadvantage by even, giving that much respect. Now, D-Nice is good, but you know what I mean? I think Kevin could Kevin could win the game, but that's putting the AFC Championship. That's like sleeping on teams like the Raiders, and I think that you got to pay attention to the Raiders. But I think that if I had to pick a Super Bowl winner, I'm going to go with, the Browns versus the Niners.
Okay.
And I'm going to give it to the Niners.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to pick that game because I don't think KT's record. I think KT never beat D Nice. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think they're both good users. But it's I think going into the game, the Browns versus the Raiders, I think that is just like MDC said. Can he stop the read option? Which I think D Nice is good at exposing your weakness. So it is what it is. What was the score when the game y'all played this season?
I want to say it was tight, at least especially towards to the end of the fourth quarter. I think he like won by one score, maybe 10 points.
Well, that's a good thing though. You know what I mean? As long as you can stay in the game, I think MDC can make a good play at the end of the game. It'll be a good. It's hard. I don't want to pick against outside of being y'all brothers being on here. I'm looking at it purely on experience and what I've seen and what I know about all the users. You know what I mean? I think it's a hard playoff. It's good to see. Kevin's in there too. I think, you know what I mean. But I really feel like Kevin puts himself at a disadvantage, giving D Nice that much credit. Kevin's a good user as well. But if you ever hear him talk about D Nice, it's more of a fan's perspective. It's not like it's a competition. You know what I mean? And I'm sure Kevin feels like he can play, but I think when you go into the game knowing that you're inferior, you lost.
That's a
You know
great
what I
point.
mean?
That's a great point.
And no shot, no slight to Kevin, no slight to anybody. I just try to speak what I see. But I think Kevin mentally psychs himself out. But
Now,
I
now
think
I will say Kevin has beat D Nice before, but I think overall record, like total games from the time they both been in the league, D Nice has won way more games than Kevin has.
yeah, they're both very
Same with
dominant.
KT.
They're
Same with
dominant
KT.
users.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah, dominant users. So but I think the mental edge plays a fact when you got dominant users.
Right.
When you get to the wild card, when you get to the divisional games, you know what I mean. Mental edge is all you need. It only takes 1 point to win.
Fact.
And I give the mental toughness to the Raiders a little more. I don't think MDC is going to go into any game with any opponent thinking that he can't win. So
Fact.
it's going to be a tough game. I don't think you'll win the game. You know what I mean? But I do think that if you can keep it close, I think I wouldn't be surprised if you pulled it out. You know what I mean? The last second. So that means I'm eliminating the Jags. I'm eliminating, you know what I mean, teams that are left out there. My Super Bowl prediction would be the Niners. KT has a very diverse offense. He has a very diverse defense. I don't taught him how to man blitz. You know what I mean? Not even lying. You play this nigga, you look like the damn Seahawks. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Seahawks they got to play with 50 sacks though.
Engage 8, nigga. You know what I mean? When I seen the nigga engage 8, I was like, yeah, he don't took the blueprint. But I mean, all jokes aside though, like he's diverse. That's his strength. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, diversity can be good and it can be bad. You can be too diverse to where KT can be vulnerable. Right. So, but I think in the NFC, if Tayo is really back, then that's dangerous. You know what I mean? Like 14-2, he must have played all his games this season. You know what I mean? So that's dangerous. So it's a good playoffs. And then you get again. The Browns, all you need is one win, nigga. Or the Browns. I mean the Rams, all you need is one win.
Yeah.
Joe, all you need is one win. And Joe can make that game very frustrating for every opponent in the postseason. But you know what I mean? I think that I don't see it, but again, you got to go with it's hard to pick against a team that never lost this season.
True.
You know what I mean? So if they played competition throughout the season, we all slight Marquez a little bit because his division is you know what I mean, not as tough, but I think that hurts you. You know what I mean? When you get battle tested, when you're playing those teams that are constantly balling, like you guys are battle tested. You play each other, then you play like you what was your division playing? The NFC South this year, y'all play, you play. I mean, so that's battle tested. Even if it's just one season,
right?
It's battle tested. You're in the groove. You know what I mean? And when you're playing teams that are just kind of predictable, and the AFC West or AFC East is very offensive heavy, that plays into the line. What did Marquez finish with interceptions?
Was quarterback?
No, I mean his defense. Where did his defense
Well, shit,
rank?
Earl had fucking what he had
He
like
in the 20s, right?
yeah, he had 20 by himself.
So you see what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm saying. So it's
Mm.
like you're playing into your offensive heavy division, but then you got one person in that division that actually steps up and plays defense.
Right.
Then so again, if I pick the Super Bowl, it'd be the Niners versus the Browns, just purely on the fact that both of the teams are undefeated.
Right. Yeah, I would say that. I mean, because when they both play, I guess you can say upper echelon talent. Playing division winners and things of that nature.
Right.
They play tight games. Like Kevin game versus D Nice was tight, even though D Nice won. His game against me was tight. His game against Marquez was tight. So all he might face in the playoffs, they played them close. They didn't win, but they played them close. So it could go either way. It just depends on one break here. I mean, it's Madden too. So one break here, one break there, different. Then it could sway in a different direction. So I mean, you're right on the money.
Yeah, I like to see Marquez pull the Super Bowl out. Honestly, you know what I mean.
I would have to eat a lot of crow, but okay.
It's a lot. It's a lot, but it's a long shot. But you know what I mean. We always got to root for the underdogs. I don't think MDC, even with your record and what it is, I don't think you're an underdog to me. You know what I mean. I think football. I think your game plan is built for that. You know what I mean. And I don't think that Marquez would even get close to the Super Bowl, but I'd like to see it because I respect the man that plays good defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That to me is just it's football. But I respect his game, should I say? Yeah. And I don't really want to. I give a fuck about anybody winning the Super Bowl. I want the Seahawks win the Super Bowl. But you know what I mean? Nah, all jokes aside. But I think that it's gonna be a good playoffs. Even with I keep calling this nigga the Browns, the Rams and the Cowboys this week. Like I joke about being boring, but that's what football is. You know what I mean? Who can frustrate? Yeah, it's playoff football. Who can frustrate the opponent enough to where they make mistakes or they say, fuck it, let me just try to score real quick. You know what I mean? And I think that's plays into Jarrell is very patient with the run. Jarrell has the running game down. Joe has the running game down. So it's gonna be a good game. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to it. But right now it's hard to pick because there's a lot of talent in the playoffs right now. It's the cream of the crop. So good luck to all you brothers, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, I say. I mean, you said a lot. Ain't much left for me to say.
He been gone for a while.
Yeah, I've been chopping it up with myself. I feel you.
But I mean, I guess just if I had to pick real quick, I mean, I like to see. I think I'm gonna go either. I can't pick. It's hard for me. Either Oakland or
Listen, you brothers are in the playoffs. Don't put that pressure on yourself to pick against yourself or pick yourself. You know what I mean? Let me do the picks. I'm not nowhere near the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like,
let you do the picks.
Let me do the picks. You know what I mean? And because it's gonna say, damn if you do, damn if you don't, Bev. If you pick yourself to win, they're gonna say, well, why'd you pick yourself? If you pick yourself to lose, it's like, oh, you don't believe in yourself. So you know what I mean?
Right? You can't win.
You can't win, bro. So just just go out there, play your game, get your offense together, play some good defense, and pull out a victory. You know what I mean? Same thing with MDC. MDC's gonna play good defense. He's gonna run Le'Veon. Le'Veon's healthy for the playoffs first time. You know what I mean? That's big. It's smart football. It's who can be smarter. If you can manage to be smart in this postseason, Bev, your offense has never been a question, but you got to be smart. You're playing against the cream of the crop. You know what I mean? No time for mistakes. No time to throw cover three and throwing post routes and cover three.
There you go.
By the way, I hope you know that. You never gonna live that.
I know.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm just joking. But you know what I mean? Real football, like don't pick. It's hard to pick for y'all brothers right now because y'all letting it dance. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I get it.
That's what's up.
Do we want to call it or what you want to do, man? You got
that's pretty much it. I mean, we kind of alluded to who we think that is going to make it, past the first couple of rounds. I mean, I think like I said, at this point in the next podcast, we'll probably be talking about who the Super Bowl winner is and the draft results.
Right, exactly.
I mean, we're right. I mean, it's the first. We just advanced to the playoffs, so it's kind of hard to really say. I mean, things could change. Rearrange. Who knows? Number one seeds can go down first game. Who knows? It's really feeling. So
Just a reminder to you brothers, no trades in postseason. You know what I mean? Don't
No
make sure you
signing free
following the
agents.
rules 100%.
right.
Make sure you familiarize yourself with the rules all the way. You know what I mean? It goes for everybody in the league, even in the postseason, outside the postseason. You know what I mean? We watching, so make sure that you play good football and keep the bullshit out. You know what I mean? Just because there's no suspensions in the postseason, don't mean that we won't heighten them shits up for the regular season. You know what I mean? So just make sure you're playing good football. Don't abuse the rules. You know what I mean? And have a good season. Have a good postseason, man. Congrats again to all you brothers, man.
Yeah. Also, remember, no signing a player either if you're in the playoffs unless you have an injury.
Right, right. Good call. Good call.
All right. All right. So I think that's it, man. I'm pretty sure this postseason probably going to fly by. But again, great, hell of a season, man. We flying along, man. Guess we see y'all come probably post draft, start of season 4, man. It's been real. Till next time. Holla.
All right,
Peace.
fellas. Peace. You still there?